There were no stops after that. They went on a 17-0 run, the Clippers did. Again, the Nuggets led by 7. Everything was working. They were up 26-19. And then the Clippers couldn't miss. Not only a 17-0 run, going to the second quarter, it's a 23-2 run. And they couldn't miss a thing.
Yeah, the thing about the Clippers offense, when you look and study them, and when I was studying them prior to the series, the thing about the Clippers offense that is actually very scary is that they can literally do anything.
So they didn't even have their A games. They didn't have to have their A games tonight. I mean, Harden had 13 in the first quarter. After that, he sort of glided.
Yeah, he did kind of glide. Like Dem said, he turned in a little more of a passer. But yeah, the Nuggets got to figure out what they're going to do on the high screen and roll, because that's his bread and butter. He's either going to take open shots like that, you get up on him, then he's going to go by it, and he's going to find, you get 2, you're going to find that open guy. This guy, Nicholas Batum, he made another 4 threes on 5 shots or something, like maybe 4 out of 6. The Nuggets got to really study this film and decide what they're going to do. I'm not so sure it works on that high screen roll. Well, it's tough. Actually, Dempsey and I were just talking about it. I mean, it's something the Nuggets haven't done all year long. It's not their kind of strategy. But I think when that pick and roll at the top, which has just crucified them, you have to get up on the ball. There's too much space between the dribbler and the defender prior to the screen coming, and then you're trailing behind, and it's just, you watch the Clippers play that pick and roll. They're up, and then they clock.
Well, another triple-double for Nikola Jokic in a losing effort, but he got there. You see the numbers, 23 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. Probably had to double all those numbers for the Nuggets to have a shot tonight.
Yeah, they did. And when they had their shot was the first quarter with about 3 minutes to go, and they were up 7. And why? Joker had 7 assists, and they actually played some early D, or maybe the Clippers were just missing some shots. But
yeah, you're right, though. How did it look so easy in the first quarter, Chris Dempsey, and then that all went away?
Oh, for the Nuggets?
Yeah.
There was just a lot more movement, a lot more pop. Remember, you had the cutting action from a lot of the deep corner, baseline cuts. They hit a couple of those, and
Joker had 7 assists, and it wasn't like throwing for a jump shot.
Nuggets come out hot. They needed to. Joker finds Michael Porter Jr. We didn't know about Michael's status, but that looked pretty good right there.
Looked like a shove in the back. That should have been an and one.
That's the playoffs. Aaron Gordon was feeling it early. He hit back-to-back triples in the first quarter, and the Nuggets were up by 6. Yeah. Everything was flowing.
Good spacing on that play.
Yeah.
Well.
Joker had 7 assists in that first quarter. Look how easy this is. Look at this dime. CB, thank you. Again, everything was easy. They were up by 7. But then the Clippers end the quarter on a 10-0 sprint. James Harden, my goodness, he couldn't miss late in the first. 13 first quarter points for the Beard. And the onslaught continues in the second quarter. Yeah.
Get up!
Derrick Jones Jr. starts pumping in threes. You know it's going to be a long night. 17-0 Clippers run. Can somebody please stop the bleeding? Anybody? Russell Westbrook would not play in the second half. He had an issue with his hip. And the Clips were up by 16. But the Clips kept doing what the Clips do. Kawhi Leonard, not a crazy night. But you know what? He had the lead up to 18 at halftime. 18-point deficit for the Nuggets. Should we show you second half highlights? We'll show you Norman Powell making another 3, and pretty much the game was over. Let's go ahead and pull the plug. There's not much else after that because the Nuggets just could not make any inroads from that early deficit. It was that 17-0 run from late first, early second that did them in. Here are your Chevy postgame stats.
Well, there's nothing that is a bright spot for the Nuggets, Steps. How'd they do at the free throw line?
14 of 20.
Look at all those threes the Clippers had. 12 of those threes came in the first half.
Yeah, that was what was so difficult. I mean, we talked to, James Harden, we showed that one where he shot it over Jalen Pickett. We've seen him do that for eons, it feels like. That step back quick, that cross, step back 3.
You want to know something crazy? The Memphis OKC game in Memphis tonight, Grizzlies were up 29 in this game. I repeat, Memphis led by 29.
Vic, I wrote this down. Wasn't it 3 minutes? 3 minutes to go, 2:51, I think it was. Yeah.
Yep.
2:51 to go in the second quarter, up 29.
And then John Morant got hurt, and he left the game on crutches. And without Morant, the Grizzlies just crumbled in the second half. You see the final score, Oklahoma City now 3-0 in that series. That's a wrap.
They finished it on a 74-39 run. That is, look, this was actually really too bad for the Grizzlies. And that was a very, scary fall that John Morant took.
It looked ugly.
They were cruising. They were in total control of this game, and they lost it when he left.
See what's at stake, presented by STK, as the brackets now, you see Memphis is pretty much done. OKC looks to advance, and they await the winner of this Nuggets-Clippers series. Do you guys think, is Game 4 in L.A., does that feel like a must-win? I mean, the Nuggets have been there before where they were down 3-1 to the Clippers.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Yeah, in the bubble. They've been down 3-1 a couple times and won back. But you don't want to go down 3-1.
Michael Porter Jr. gave it a go tonight. Sore shoulder and all, finished with 7 points. Here he is in the Nuggets locker room.
Not great. Shoulder, just couldn't really use it yet. I mean, it was like a 4 or 5 week injury, they said, but I thought I'd try to go out there, but it was tough.
What's the last 48 hours been like for you treatment wise?
Just a lot of different things, ice, different things. Trying to get some blood flow in there, but it's still such a fresh injury. It's going to be painful for sure.
That run that they went on at the end of the first into the second, what did you see during that run?
I know, that's where we lost the game. I think they got up 14 pretty quick. I think we couldn't score offensively, and then defensively, they were hitting a lot of threes. So they went on that run, and it was tough after that.
How do you process a game like this when you got to turn around so quickly and it's the same team?
Man, just got to figure out some stuff tomorrow, try to get our bodies a little bit healthier, and then come out Saturday, and we got to win.
On the subject of bodies, just at what percentage would you say you were able to go today?
I mean, you use your shoulder for everything. You go over your head for everything. It was tough to rebound. It was tough to bring it up to shoot. Probably 20 or 30%. I couldn't really use it. I couldn't use it at all. I couldn't bring it over my head yesterday. Today I could barely bring it over my head. So it was hard to use for sure.
Is there any chance that it gets worse?
No, that's why I played. They said, unless it gets re-sprained or I fall on it again, it can't really get much worse. So that's why I try to play. It's just so early on in the injury.
How do you have this sample? Do you still want to play on Saturday, or is it?
If I can go out there and feel more confident that I can help the team, then I'm going to play. But if it's still in a place like it is today and I don't feel like I could even bring any help the team at all, then there's no point in trying to go out there if I don't think I'm going to, do the team a service by going out there.
Mike, where are you guys just spirit-wise? This is a championship team, obviously, and you've been in spots like this before.
I mean, we got to recollect. We got to, tomorrow reconnect as a team and figure out what we can do, on the court offensively. We scored 82 points tonight. Is that what it finished at? 82? 83. So, we just got to look at the film. They play way more physical than us, defensively. And then, we just got to figure out what we can get to, I think. And then defensively, we got to play with a lot more aggression as well.
What was the level of frustration just after that run? It seemed like you guys couldn't really make up much ground.
Yeah, it was tough. Once you give a team like that big of a lead at home, then everybody starts playing confident. Their role guys start making threes. It's tough to climb back in the game after that.
What part of the offense do you feel like is off track right now?
I don't know. They're taking away a lot. They're playing aggressive. I feel like the ball is not really popping, not moving, but part of that is how they're playing. Guys they're coached well on that end of the floor, especially. So that's why we got to watch the film. I mean, I feel like the ball is not moving like it normally does. I feel like in transition, we're not getting as much as we normally get. So yeah, we gotta figure it out.
They're like, you guys, they don't shoot a ton of threes necessarily. What did you kind of see that felt like they got into a rhythm?
Just hitting the pocket, hitting Zubac in the pocket. It opens up the whole weak side. We were living with some guys making shots, but all their guys made shots today, so it was tough.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Well, the man says he's operating at 20 to 30% with that shoulder injury. What do you do?